But if you can't also find God in rotting roadkill, then your concept of God is inadequate to the world you live in. Because that, too, is God.
And to think of God as energy and that whole universe as being a kind of an electromagnetic stew that's all just vibrating and different frequencies manifesting. You or me or the...
We have our own illusion of what's real, and it's the illusion we live in, and so it's as real as can be to us, but it's not real to other things. I mean, even scientists can see right through this body and see the bones, and you can look down and see the almost down to the molecular level now, I guess. Maybe you can at the molecular level now in here. And that sure doesn't look like what I see when I'm looking at myself.
Even our senses.
That's as real as what I see.
Our sense of hearing and seeing and touching is based on our brain translating vibrational patterns. And so we say, oh, this is a floor, this is my friend.
Yeah.
But get into 10 to the minus 15 and we're all just the night sky.
And I think a lot of spiritual experiences may have, or what we conceive as spiritual experiences can do with things that our brain finding a different way of receiving the input that we're getting all the time. Like me looking at that fly and all of a sudden I saw more than what I'd been seeing for my entire life.
But also we are restricted by our culture and by our environment. And so we are, by self-defense, sometimes filtering the noise, and so we're hearing less. We're becoming deafer. Our perception is more limited because so much attention is needed to be, doing stuff. So you're not perceiving in depth. The things that you see, you have to detach yourself in order to see that fly. You have to detach yourself for all the things that are holding people in all the time. So people that are busy, or people that are, they have to work 10 hours a day, or children that have unimaginative parents, or restricted parents, or hyper-religious parents, are going to be so limited that they're not going to be able to see until they break through that.
I worry about that for my granddaughters, really.
It's a very sad situation.
I know when they were preschoolers, one of them would walk out in my garden and she would see a bug and be fascinated by it. Now, all she sees is her smartphone.
Yes, but their parents are not only with the fascination of the child for nature, is that, no, it's dirty.
Yes.
And they kill everything instantly.
I think so many of us go through life trying deliberately to cut ourselves off from the natural world as much as possible.
Yes.
We pave our yards, we insulate ourselves in the air conditioning. I'm not going to give my air conditioning out, mind you.
Oh, yes.
But people who have yards that are just manicured St. Augustine grass, which to me is an awful weed as far as I'm concerned. I won't allow St. Augustine grass in my yard, apparently, because I don't have any left anyway. But they cut as much of this ability to see the world as their lives as possible. They put themselves in an air-conditioned car and drive on roads to an air-conditioned
And when they want to see the world, they can see a more perfect world than I can see. I don't have a television. But every once in a while I go to Costco or here, there, and yonder, and there are these humongous screens. And here's this, it's better than, it's better than it's too perfect.
It doesn't have a very point-to-point correlation with what you're actually living in, I think.
Yeah, exactly. It makes a fantasy out of,
I don't know, I have
nature.
40 television, and I have a small living room, and I'm sitting there looking at, sometimes I'm watching
It's
television.
beautiful, but
Yeah, but you can see every pore, every nose
So what's
hair.
wrong with
and
that?
stuff
That ought to be a
That's
good
kind of cool,
thing.
isn't it? It's kind of like at some point, this is just a little closer than I need.
Yeah.
Just
More
a little
information
bit,
than I
it's a
need.
fuzz,
Maybe
a little
that's
closer.
I know my favorite on television right now is being an editor and writer, I look at the captioning on television, and I just absolutely break up sometimes. The one that got me here most recently, I was watching, I believe it was Christian Amanpour's program, which is a wonderful program, and I'm up late anyway. But they were talking about Philip Roth, and a lot of people have been talking about Philip Roth lately since he died. And they were talking, of course, about Portnoy's complaint, which I have yet to read. I have it on my Kindle. I'm going to read it soon. And for one thing, Portnoy's complaint came across on the captioning as P-O-R-T, new word, N-O-I-S-E, complaint. Portnoy's complaint very consistently.
You can read it for
And
your
then
second child. Yeah.
they had a phrase there about tumescent male. And what the captioning said was, two-method male. I fell on the floor, literally, laughing my head off.
I have problems with my ears, and sometimes I'm nearly deaf. And so I look at people a lot. So sometimes if you catch me laughing and you don't think it's appropriate, it's because what you said and what I read are hilarious. They give me a source of comfort.
A lot of humor.
It is.
Anyway, thank you for your patience, and hope you were at least a little interested.
Oh,
yeah.
Thanks for the chocolate. I'm very much for.
I love spiders.